Looking for a new job can be exciting, but it can also be very daunting. And depending on the circumstances as to why you're looking for a job, it can really dictate the mood of your mindset. Now, maintaining a positive mindset whilst looking for work is really important to ensure that you make the right decisions with the right company and right job. However, it's extremely difficult to achieve. And it's much easier said than done, because as we all know, as a job seeker, which we've all been, it's an emotional roller coaster, and you do face rejection and disappointment. The purpose of this video is to share some of my knowledge, but also feedback from employers and also experiences from other candidates on the same journey as you as a job seeker. So the first thing that many people do is hop online and see what opportunities there are available to them. I would suggest there's a phase before that you should go through, just to help in terms of preparation. My suggestion would be to grab a piece of paper and draw a line down the middle, and one side write your likes and the other side write dislikes. Then reflect through the companies and jobs that you've had in the past and write down on the appropriate list which ones you've enjoyed the most or enjoyed the least. Things to consider, because we do need to drill down at this point, will be the salary, the location, whether it had free parking, and other benefits such as holiday, bonuses if it's applicable, etc., etc. Other things to consider would be the environment, the culture, the values. How important were they to you? The management style that you were used to that brought out the best in you, or maybe the opposite. The teams of people you worked with, what was it about those teams that were important to you? Also consider the career opportunities, the learning and development opportunities, the training, and any other aspects that you feel are really, really important to you. Once you've done that, maybe grab another piece of paper and really jot down all the things that you've done where you've added value, where you've felt most successful, the things where you've made a difference. So things here to consider would be where you maybe have come up with an idea or a suggestion that's been taken on board, where perhaps you've saved time or saved money, or something that you're really, really proud of that you feel that you want to put down. Now, if you're struggling in this bit, then go back to some of your ex-colleagues, even old managers, and ask them. Or maybe cast your mind back to previous one-to-ones that you've had, or appraisals, and consider the feedback you received, such as strengths and development areas. Once you've got some idea of a list and your preferences, it will give you a bit more confidence. Now, it's very difficult to remember all those things or think of those things all in one go. So really use this as a working document, and as things pop into your head, pop them down on your list. So where to look when you're going for a new job? It can be completely overwhelming. There's so many places to look, and even if you look online, that job might be advertised more than once or twice. So you've got CV websites such as CV Library, Total Jobs, Monster, Fish for Jobs, etc. You've also got company websites. You've got social media such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter and Instagram. You've also got recruitment agencies. Now, if you know of a great recruitment agency that's been recommended to you, they're the best ones to go for, because obviously someone's had a really good experience with them. But if you're really struggling to come up with the right agency to speak to, a good resource to use would be the REC website. Now, the REC stands for Recruitment Employment Confederation, and their website address is www.rec.uk.com. And what you'll find on there is a list of all their members, who are all reputable, under skill area and location. So you can really drill down to some of the niche agencies, perhaps. The other area of looking is word of mouth. You know, sometimes it's not what you know, it's who you know. And of course, raising your social media profile is very important at this point too. So when you're applying for jobs, really my recommendations would be that you don't apply for absolutely everything you see. Look at your preferences and really refer back to those and apply for the jobs that really match what you're looking for. Make your application specific to that requirement and what the employer is looking for. Add in those value add areas where you've made a difference so that you stand out from the crowd and you're noticed. Also, on some of the CV websites, you'll see some analytics, and it will tell you how many people have applied for particular jobs. Now, the number might be high, but don't let that put you off. If you've got the skills and experience and that job really appeals to you, apply for it. Now, remember what I said. There's a lot of people that apply for everything, so many of those applications won't be considered. So let's move on to expectations and managing those emotions. So the marketplace, is vast. You've already heard me mention so many different places to find suitable employment, and there are many others I probably haven't even mentioned. It can be so overwhelming. Being honest, there are lots of employers who may have had lots and lots of applications, and you may not receive any kind of feedback on some of them. And whilst I'm not condoning this, it's realistic to me to be honest with you about it, and it's something you need to consider. The other thing is, as well, is a job advert is a very black and white version of the job. Now, on paper, you may tick all the boxes, but it's sometimes, unless you know exactly what that employer is looking for, it may be that they're looking, for example, for someone to develop into a role rather than come with absolutely everything. You might appear to look like you've ticked all the boxes, but actually you might be rejected, and that can be really frustrating and disappointing. So how do you keep positive through this experience? Okay, so the best thing to do if you're not working is get up at a normal time, have a shower, and get up with a sense of purpose. Set yourself a structure and some goals for the day. Maybe don't spend all day looking for work. Maybe give yourself a timeline, maybe 2 to 3 hours, maybe 4 hours maximum. Aim to apply for maybe a couple of jobs a day if you can, if they're the right jobs for you. But don't go crazy and apply for loads. Spend the time on the right jobs and make those applications matter. Formulate a list of the top companies that you've appealed to you. Research those companies and make a difference by going out and asking to speak to the person that actually is responsible for the recruitment. Be memorable. Otherwise, you might just find yourself on just another list and merge into the applications that they're receiving consistently online. Keep yourself motivated by watching motivational videos. Now, TED Talks is fabulous for this. It comes up with very specific topics, and some of them might be relevant to your industry and also personal development. TED Talks is not the only resource, there's many resources, but watching motivational videos can really, really help. Keep yourself educated. Look at what's happening in the industries that appeal to you, that you're looking to work in. Keep an eye on that legislation. Now, without exception, every single company or industry is going through vast change. So keeping on top of what's changing is incredibly important and will enable you to go into interviews with far more confidence and knowledge than if you hadn't done that. Do something that makes you feel good. Be with people that make you feel great, that make you feel positive. Go for a walk, go for a run if you're feeling energetic. Go to the gym if you're a member. Go for a coffee with a friend. Speak to people that make you feel good. Volunteer. Do some temping to keep you the money coming in and the experience there and the social aspect. Of course, they're great things to refer to when you're going for interviews. Surround yourself with people that make you feel great. This is really important. Also, maybe another suggestion would be to create a compliments file. Write down all the things, all the positive feedback you received. So when you're feeling low or down, you can refer back to it and remember what's good about you. Now, sometimes people fall into jobs very, very quickly. And other times, most times, it can take a bit of time. That doesn't mean you're worth any less. It just means you haven't found the right job yet. Be patient, persistent, and positive. And keep going. Good luck.